want to be consistent and live a significant life, like what changes in different industries, I'm going to show you 7 major journeys that has been helping me to remain consistent and that has been helping me to overcome barriers. Hi, my name is Mayowa and you're welcome to today's class. I know many of you will be joining soon, but I'll be starting now because of time. Over the weeks, the topic consistency has been treated from introduction to building consistency, and today we will be looking at staying consistent and overcoming barriers. Over the weeks also, there was a particular story that was shared about the Chinese bamboo tree. This tree has been said that for the first 5 years, you would not see anything. Can you give me just a minute? I need to turn off the fan. Okay, thank you. I'm back. It was said that for the first 4-5 years, you would not see anything from the tree. But from the 5th year, you will begin to see significant growth in the life of this tree. Significant growth in the life of this tree. Now, many times we get discouraged. I myself, I get discouraged, especially when things do not work out the way you expect them to do. You get discouraged. So in this class today, I will be sharing 3 major reasons why you find it difficult to remain consistent. And I'll also share 1 modification mindset you need to embrace in order to be consistent. And I will also share 4 solutions that would help you to overcome the barriers of staying consistent. Hi and welcome once again. My name is Mayowa. So before I continue the class, I would like you to share this video and share with your friends, share with your enemies, share with as many people that you can share. You can share the link, because I tell you by the end of this video, you will be getting lots and lots of value from this place tonight. All right, if you can hear me, if I'm audible enough, I just want you to say it so I can continue. All right, okay. So it was said, I also shared a particular story last week about you having to climb a 12-story building. Imagine with me, you are in the front of a tall building, very beautiful, so attractive. And in this building, waiting for you on the 12th floor is $12 million. As you climb each floor, you have the opportunity to get $1,000. The second floor, $2,000. The third floor, $2,000. But until you get to the 12th floor, you cannot have more than that 1,000, 2,000. When you get to the 12th floor, you have the opportunity to have $12 million. You have to do what it will take you, whatever it will take you. And that is why this struggle about consistency, you need to understand why do we struggle. I'm going to share a story about a particular woman that finds it difficult to read or to study our courses. It was said that this woman, she knows that this course was a course that would help her to upskill and also to gain a promotion in the office. Every night, this woman would sometimes set an alarm so that she can get herself on track. But by the time she sits down to read, especially because these courses are on the phone, a notification comes up from Facebook and YouTube. Then she presses, no, let me just see what is going on there. And before you know, she has spent 2 hours, 3 hours on social media. And by the time she's resolving to courses on her video, she will be so tired, she won't be able to do anything anymore. Now, this brings me to the first reason why you are not consistent. Number one is distraction. One major reason why people find it very difficult to be consistent is distraction. We live in a world where distraction is all over the place. We live in a world where noises are everywhere. We live in a world where the moment you have the resolution to be consistent, you find it so difficult to focus. But even when we talk about consistency, you need to first of all ask yourself, what are you being consistent about? We talked about this last week. Could it be that you want to get in shape? Could it be that you want to get yourself to read, to be a consistent reader? Or could it be that you want to improve your relationship with your spouse, your children, or your colleagues, or even family members? Different individuals have different reasons why they want to be consistent. But one major reason, one major thing we want to look at tonight is you being consistent with that thing that is very important in your life. That particular thing that you know, the moment I am consistent, it's going to affect every other areas of your life. For example, your spiritual life. For example, your financial life. For example, your relationship life. For example, your professional life. These are the significant reasons why you should remain consistent. If you are an entrepreneur, you would know that for every business that has thrived, or every business that you admire, it's behind this working of this business is chicken. This man submitted his recipe 101 times before his recipe was accepted by a particular restaurant, then it became popular. You know, the writer of Atomic Habits said one thing, that the moment, one thing about life is, people expect that the moment you are ready to get serious with going to the gym, with reading your books, with being intentional about your relationship, they expect that thing should be spiral. It should be a linear direction. It should go in a linear direction. But according to James Clear, yes, he said that the first, will I call it weeks, or the first year or the first 2 years, 5 years, depending on the time when your consistency would take you before you are exposed to the limelight or before you are successful. It calls that place the valley of disappointment. This is the same place where everyone is finding it difficult to remain consistent. But I tell you that in this video, you are going to learn how to remain consistent. Now, number 2 reasons why people find it difficult to be consistent is fear of failure. People fear what could happen. People fear, if I continue with this thing, will I be successful? And this is a mindset. It is a mindset that has put a peg on what people can be. It is a mindset that has hindered so many people from living their full potential. It is a mindset that has allowed so many people to be relegated to the background. Why few people keep moving on until they get to the top? Fear of failure. You need to ask yourself, why is this one of the reasons why I find it difficult to remain consistent? Because there is a mindset that tells you that even when you are ready to be consistent, you would not still get to the top. So why stress yourself? Why push forward? Why try to see that things get better every day? And number 3 reason which you find it difficult to remain consistent is impatience. Oh, I tell you, this particular one is one of the major reasons why you are finding it difficult to remain consistent. The easy gratification or the faster gratification of you getting whatever you want of you getting excuse me, of you getting whatever you want. We live in a society where we have Indomie instant noodles. Look at the word. We live in a society where you want to send the money to your parents in the US, you can send it in the next few minutes. Now, this is what people sell. People sell quick access to service, to product. And as beautiful as these things are, we tend to bring them into our lives and expect that life situations, your character, your habits, which you have formed for such a long time, should all of a sudden leave you. I tell you, impatience is when you are expectant that you need your habits to change all of a sudden. This do not work that way, because according to neuroscientists, it is said that the mind it is like an elastic. The mind has some pathways. That the mind, there are some neutral pathways in the mind where you have to in the brain, where you have to, there's something they call consciousness, from consciousness to subconsciousness, then from subconsciousness to consciousness. It is like, as a writer, you write, but after you have written, then your consciousness is the writer, while the subconscious, you will be reading from what you have written. Your consciousness is the writer. After you are done writing, then you want to read. You will be receiving from your subconsciousness. So the moment we have this mindset of impatience, You want to see results instantly. But I tell you, the mind does not work that way. You cannot see your result instantly. It has to be in different steps. Okay? So, what is the mindset? What is that modification mindset that you need to embrace as someone that wants to stay consistent? What is that modification mindset you need to embrace? One modification mindset that you need to embrace is having the mindset that you are capable of doing it. Having the mindset that you are able, you have the capability and the ability to remain consistent. Having the mindset of stoicism, I don't know if I'm correct. This is the mindset where you do not pamper yourself. This is the mindset that enables you to, you do not pamper yourself because you know this thing is either I do it or I die. It's either I do it or I remain poor. It's either I do it or I live a clueless life. It's either I do it or I don't go anywhere in life. So the moment you have this mindset of stoicism, where you do not have any other choice but to be disciplined no matter what, it will enable you to remain consistent. This mindset is one mindset that helped Mel Robbins. It's this same mindset that helped Jane Goodall. It is this same mindset that helped James Clear, helped the owner of Microsoft, that helped Steve Jobs, and a lot Oprah Winfrey, knowing that if they do not get consistent with whatever they are doing, they are never going to enter into their future. So you need to embrace this mindset of discipline. You need to embrace this mindset that it is either I do this or I die. It is either I do this or I remain small. It is either I do this or I remain insignificant. It is either I do this or I do not have any legacy when I leave this planet Earth. When you embrace this mindset of discipline, it enables you to remain consistent even when things are tough, even when you do not want to do anything, even when it seems as if things are not going your way. Your disciplined mindset will enable you to remain consistent. Now, what are the 4 solutions to overcoming barriers? What are the 4 solutions to overcoming barriers? Number one is have an accountability partner. Should I call that number 1? Okay, let's just use that number 1. There's something that I'm going to say in the next number 2, and it's going to also help you. Number 1, have an accountability partner. The moment you know this is a project, one thing about consistency is what you want to be consistent about is going to have an effect in your life. It will have an effect over your health. It will have an effect over your relationship. It will have an effect over your finance. Imagine, there's something they call compound interest, where everything, the little steps you take every day will compound for you. It will definitely compound. It is so sure. That is one beautiful thing about consistency. It will definitely compound. That 100 naira you have been putting inside your account, or 100 million, let me use 100 naira as little as it is, 100 naira, every day for 365 days, you are going to have 3,006. Oh, no, you're going to have 36,500. So imagine that you are saving 10,000 naira every month. Imagine that you are reading 10 pages of book every day. So that means by the end of the year, you would have grown 37% better than you used to be. So you need to have accountability partners. It can be someone that you trust so much, someone that you know wouldn't allow you to rest, someone you know will always be on your neck and ask you and said, how far have you done it? How did it go? Not your friends that are not serious like you are. Someone that can be like a mentor that has gone through this stage and you look up to them, seeing yourself in them, or seeing that you can also get to that stage or even grow better than they did. So have accountability partners. It could be your spouse, it could be your friends. But I'm not, like I said, do not be accountable to someone that will not be committed to your growth. Make sure you're accountable to someone that will be here and that will make sure that you do what you need to do, even if you do not feel good about it. You know, one thing that also hinders us being consistent is we work with feelings. And that was why we talked about discipline. Discipline, when you are disciplined, discipline does not care it does not care about the situation. It does not care about your feeling at the moment. What being disciplined cares about is this is the job to be done, and it must be done when you think about what is at stake. Okay? Number 2, staying focused on the why. What was the first reason? What was that thing that motivated you to start that company in the first place? What was that thing that motivated you to buy that course? What was that thing that motivated you to want to get better in speaking? What was that thing that motivated you to register yourself with Duolingo, Spanish language? What was that thing that motivated you to want to be a good speaker and a broadcaster, international broadcaster like Oprah Winfrey? When you know your why, it encourages you to stay consistent. You know, somebody said that, especially if you have someone you look up to, take that person's picture, pin it where you would always sit down every day to do something. When the moment you sit down, if it's possible, Photoshop your head on the person's body and the accomplishments of the person. So the moment you see this person, and you're seeing your picture, but the person's accomplishments, every day it inspires you because you know this is where I am going. This is who I want to be. This is where I am running after. If you are someone that you are looking up to, someone like Oprah Winfrey, you can take a picture, place it on your laptop where you know you can't do, but you just really have to see that place every day. Place it there, Photoshop your head on our body, then place it. If it's a particular person, whatever you want to remain consistent about. I heard about the T.D. Jakes that for the first 10 years, while Pastor T.D. Jakes was a pastor, he had just, I think, 10 members. I don't know if I'm correct, but it was not up to 20. For the first 10 good years of being a pastor. Now, Pastor T.D. Jakes pastors more than millions of congregants. This shows the power of consistency. What is your why? What was the reason you decided to start this thing in the first place? Some of you, it could be because of your children. You do not want them to start on the level that you started from. You want to give them access to other platforms that you didn't have the opportunity to access. You want them to start on a higher platform so that they can grow faster than you did. Your whys. Because the moment you remember your whys, it encourages you to keep doing what you are doing. Do you want to have a good body shape? You see your dream body every time. When you see your dream body every time, you know the benefits that having lesser fat in the body does to your health. This is also a why. When you know your why, it encourages you to stay consistent. Number 3, break your goals into smaller steps. No matter how gigantic it is, whatever you want to do, do not do overwhelming things. Do them little by little. Success does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do every day. As this class is going on right now, a lot of people are doing different things. And I tell you that in the next few years, time is going to tell, because time is definitely a rewarder. Is to differentiate those that are working from those that are playing. When you break your goals into small steps, you are not tired, because you know this is so small, I have no excuse, I have to do it. Then number 4, teach yourself the power of self-forgiveness. No matter how disciplined you are, there are some situations that would warrant that you are not able to do that particular thing that day because life happens. But when life happens, make sure you forgive yourself. So the moment you forgive yourself, it enables you to get back on track. But when you do not forgive yourself, you drown yourself in self-pity. You will find it difficult to see yourself back on track. So forgive yourself. Then lastly, the long-term strategies that would help you to stay consistent. Number 1 is reinforce the importance of reviewing your progress regularly. Okay, you are consistent. Very good. But how is your consistency? Is it moving you forward? Even if you do not see what you intend to see, but is either it is on your own self, you see what the result it is having on your own attitude, your confidence, your speaking skills, your communication skills, your persuasion skills. You need to review. Okay, I have been consistent. How has it been? Has it been going well? Reinforce the importance of reviewing progress. See where your progress is moving you towards. Even if the growth is not significant, like the bamboo tree. You water it, it goes through the sun, nothing, until the 5th, 6th year. That is when you begin to see significant growth. So reinforce the importance of reviewing your progress. And lastly, encourage yourself to visualize the reward of consistency. See the reward. It's synonymous to your why. Just see yourself in that future. Sit down and feel yourself in that future. sit down and see the future where your company is now an international company, where you have investors, where you have clients, where you have staffs, thousands of staffs. When you sit down and you envision your future, it enables you to stay consistent. Imagine someone like Leonardo, yes. Is it Leonardo Caprio now? I'm trying to talk about the footballer. Ronaldo that plays football. This guy says he practiced 8 hours every day after school for so many years. There is nothing you want to do. You cannot take away the place of work, the place of discipline from achieving success. And that is why this topic has been going on for the past 3 weeks, because of the power that it carries. Consistency is the only road you will tread to your place of success. If you decide you want to sit down, if you decide you are tired, you don't want to get anywhere, I tell you, you won't get anywhere. But the moment you see that this is the only way, it is just like the story of a group of sailors that I heard, or navies. They were going to fight a war. When they got to the shore, the ship that brought them to the shore, the captain went back to the ship and set the ship on fire. Then the members of the cabin, they were like, what just happened? What did he just do? And the captain said, is either we win or we die. You need to have this mindset that this place I am going, this place of success, is either I remain consistent or I die. So, remaining consistent is a better option, because you know that is your only path to success. People who know that there is a lot that is attached to their lives will do all it takes. Even this guy sang this song. I was listening to it this morning on my way to work inside the Starbucks. Adekunle, what is his name again? Simi's husband. He said that I realized that the journey there was a particular lyrics that he used. Where you are going is also expecting you to get there. And the only way you get there is through consistency. You can do all other things you want to do, but every day, make sure you take a step towards it. Not that today you take a step, tomorrow you don't take any step. No. You know, today, Redeemed Christian Church of God the Redeemed Christian Church of God, fasting has been going on. So while I was in the office today, I was so hungry. My stomach was rumbling, and I was like, God, I'm so hungry. The Holy Spirit told me and said, it's not going to be easy. This is one of the purpose of consistency. It is not going to be easy. It is in that difficult time that will test if you really want to get to where you are going to. Cosmos Maduka said, do not say you are a man of integrity until you are tested with money, until your values are tested. So you wouldn't say you are a person that wants to get to a successful destination until you encounter difficulty. And it is in that place of difficulty that you have to remain consistent, when it is easy and when it is not. And finally, I want you to do something. I want you to do something. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that thing that you were trying to be consistent about. The reason you were trying to be consistent about a particular thing. Close your eyes and envision that future. You're a musician. See yourself singing, and you have thousands and millions of people listening to your songs. You're a pastor. Envision yourself pastoring thousands and millions of people. You're a fashion designer. Envision yourself, your clothing and brands selling everywhere, like Versace, Gucci, and Balenciaga, and the rest of them. When you envision yourself, this is one way that keeps you to remain consistent. So one thing I need you to do for me, just one thing I need you to do for me, is that at the end of this video, I want you to know one takeaway. I want you to know is success is built on daily habits. Success is built. If you still want to get more from all that I've said, I would say you should go back to my videos, the one I did last week and last 2 weeks. I talked about how to build your habits, but today is on staying consistent. So go back to my videos, you can watch them again, and you are going to get those things that you need to get. Okay, so success is built on small daily action. Small daily actions. That is what success is built on. Daily, every day. Tired, not tired. Happy, not happy. Motivated, not motivated. Encouraged, discouraged. You keep on doing what you know how to do until you get to that ladder of success. Thank you so much for joining. And please, I would want you to like this video, share this video, and please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. This should have been streamed on the 2 platforms, but because of some technical issues, which we are currently working on, that is why it is being streamed on Facebook. But if you got any value from this video, I want you to give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Thank you so much. Bye bye.